Dan Downes, fight out of Rufus in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, UFC vet. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I was, I guess the best way to describe me, I was the nerd in school. So I spent more time in the library than the gym. And you know, parents were real strict, made sure I did all my schoolwork, things like that. Then I got into the sport, or martial arts in general, when I was 18. I went out to college up at Marquette University in Milwaukee. You know, I was just looking for something to do. I was out, you know, on my own, so figured I'd be bowling at my parents' house anymore. And you know, I was just looking for something to do. I wanted to, you know, stay in shape, try to avoid that freshman 15 that everyone talks about. So I decided to go to you know, I started a Muay Thai gym. You know, checked it out, did it, and then just my personality just got real competitive. Anything I've ever done, whether, you know, sports, school, Scrabble, doesn't matter. So started doing that. Then, you know, I had a couple amateur fights and I kept winning those. And then you know, I figured I'd have a couple pro fights, so I had those. And then, you know, MMA got big, so I started training in MMA. Had a few fights in that, and then, you know, everything kind of snowballed, and before I knew it, I was in the UFC fighting on the biggest stage in the world. My parents were never really you know, too big on me fighting. You know, the one thing though is they figure like, oh, it's just a phase in college and we'll get out of it. So I still remember when I told them I wanted to pursue fighting professionally. I was getting close to graduating from college, and they came up to Milwaukee to visit me, and we were having dinner at a restaurant. So they started asking me about my plans for the future. So, you know, they asked me like, so did you apply to any law schools? And I said, no, I didn't do that. I'm not going to go to law school. And they're like, oh, okay. So what graduate schools did you apply to? And I said, but I didn't apply to any of those either. They're like, oh, well, you're getting a job? I was like, well, yeah, kind of. And they said, well, what job is it? I was like, well, I think I want to be a professional fighter. And then, boom, it was the most awkward dinner. Everything stopped. They stopped eating. They didn't finish their meal. It was dead silence. It was one of the most awkward situations of my life. But you know, they weren't too happy about it. But then when they realized how much time and effort I put in, and you know, how much I was working, and also the fact that I was winning, so everyone likes a winner, I guess. You know, they came to support me, you know, all the time. They've been to all my fights, even when I fought, you know, in Canada on 5 days' notice. They've got, you know, last-minute tickets to Edmonton to watch me. So, you know, they've definitely been there through thick and thin. I guess I wanted just to tell all those kids that, you know, it doesn't matter. You know, maybe right now you're not the best, you know, wrestler on your team. You're not the best kid there. You know, you may not be a natural athlete. You may have to work, you know, really hard. That's been my career. I work twice as hard for half the results a lot of times. But, you know, the hard work, it does pay off. And, you know, just keep at it.